Henri J. Nouwen's The Inner Voice of Love, A Journey Through Anguish to Freedom, is a deeply personal and spiritual diary that chronicles his struggle with despair, loneliness, and emotional pain, and his eventual path toward healing and freedom. Written during one of the darkest periods of his life, this book was originally a private journal, later published to offer hope to others facing similar anguish. Nouwen's central message is that even in the depths of suffering, God's love remains constant, and listening to the inner voice of love can guide us toward peace and renewal. The book begins with Nouwen's premise: anguish is part of the spiritual journey. He explains that pain, rejection, and despair are not signs of failure, but opportunities to encounter God's love more deeply. His writings reflect raw honesty, capturing the tension between despair and hope. A major theme is the inner voice of love. Nouwen emphasizes that beneath the noise of fear and self-doubt lies a gentle, divine voice, calling us to trust, rest, and believe in our belovedness. Another key theme is freedom through surrender. Nouwen highlights that healing comes not from control or self-reliance, but from surrendering to God's love and trusting His presence in the midst of pain. The book explores core lessons across his reflections. Pain is real. Anguish is part of human experience. Love is constant. God's voice calls us to belovedness. Surrender brings freedom. Trusting God heals wounds. Loneliness transforms. Solitude can deepen intimacy with God. Hope arises in darkness. Even despair can lead to renewal. Faith sustains. Belief in God's love anchors the soul. Healing is gradual. Transformation unfolds over time. Practical insights include: listen inwardly, pay attention to the gentle voice of love. Embrace solitude, use silence to encounter God's presence. Accept pain, see anguish as part of the journey, not failure. Trust surrender, release control and rely on divine love. Seek hope, look for light even in darkness. Practice patience, healing takes time and faith. Live beloved. Remember that identity is rooted in God's love. Nouwen blends personal confession, spiritual reflection, and pastoral wisdom. His style is vulnerable, compassionate, and deeply human, making the book resonate with readers who struggle with despair or seek spiritual renewal. Another theme is belovedness as identity. Nouwen explains that the deepest truth of human existence is that we are God's beloved. Remembering this truth transforms anguish into freedom. The book also emphasizes hope as anchor. Nouwen insists that even in despair, hope remains possible because God's love never abandons us. Exercises and reflections throughout the book encourage readers to listen inwardly, embrace solitude, and trust God's love. These practices make the book interactive and transformative. The book closes with a reminder: anguish is not the end, but the beginning of transformation. By listening to the inner voice of love, individuals can move from despair to freedom. Nouwen's vision is liberating. Suffering can lead to healing when embraced with faith.